All right, so we're starting things off this morning with some breaking news here on this wonderful, blessed Sunday morning, which according to a certain sneaker insider, looks like a highly anticipated release, which many people were checking for, is no longer. So according to Mr. Unloved Ones from over there on X, Twitter, it looks like those pink Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows are no longer happening. Them joints have been canceled, finito, is no longer happening. Now, I feel like a lot of people will be disappointed in this news, as this was a release which I think upon the first initial impressions, a lot of people had many positive things to say about this pair in particular, which I think is due to the fact that, you know, it's got a new nice little vibrant pink color scheme. So I think as far as this pair right here, kind of takes things into a different direction, although it is the same old Travis Scott Jordan 1 low. I think we're used to like the earth tone colors, whether it be like the olive, the Travis Scott brown. So I think a lot of people were feeling this pink pair in particular, most definitely. So as far as this pair, you can add this again to the list of other Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, as well as those off-white Jordan 1s, which reportedly were supposed to be dropping in 2025 and are no longer a thing. Now, as far as Travis's overall impact here in the world of sneakers, he's definitely put his stamp on the game. Nike even provides the data themselves, where each year they provide the sneakers which, you know, get the most entries via the Nike sneakers app, and Travis Scott releases always top that list every single year. Millions of people all from across around the world, you know, all try for a chance to be able to grab a pair of these sneakers. Now, this year we saw Nike and Travis drop their very first all original model in the Zoom Field Jacks. We saw him drop his very first all original Jordan brand silhouette in the T-Rex, but it's kind of difficult to judge the overall impact of these releases just based off the fact that it seems like they were so limited and just like really difficult to get your hands on. But when it comes to Travis Scott, you can't undermine his value to the sneaker game, and accomplishing two major feats like this all in one single year, definitely a huge big move for him. Now, when it comes to his overall impact in the sneaker game, you know, I would say he's definitely been known to kind of like usher in a lot of trends, whether it be like the Nike SBs. A lot of people would say that, you know, although SBs have always kind of been a thing, I think that we saw a big resurgence, you know, when a lot of people started to see Travis rocking a lot of these older collectible Nike SBs. I think it brought a lot of hype to that line, but I think people also undervalue, you know, how big of an impact Travis had with ushering in the Jordan 4, which at one point wasn't as popular as we saw, you know, like I would say 2020, 2021 was like the peak Jordan 4 popularity. So I think we could definitely credit Travis for doing that when they dropped those Travis Scott Jordan 4s, which happened to also be a big collaboration, which I feel like, you know, made Travis, you know, a big name here in the world of sneakers, and as well to kind of like start off his Jordan brand collaboration. So I think he doesn't get enough credit with kind of like bringing the hype with the Jordan 4. But then again, back in those days, like the market wasn't overshadowed with like a whole bunch of SBs, a whole bunch of Jordan 4s, which it feels like every week there's a new Jordan 4 dropping. Back then things were a little bit more rare. I think those first Travis Scott Jordan 4s dropped back in like 2018, and they weren't even like an instant hit at first, but it seems like over time people started to appreciate them. Actually, really quick, people started to you know, appreciate them, and then it kind of kicked off the whole Travis Scott Jordan 1 thing. We then saw him drop the Travis Scott Jordan 1s, and the rest is kind of history from there. So I think that's just a time that we can never kind of duplicate. That's when a lot of people were getting into sneakers. We saw like sneakers getting a lot more hype during that time, and I just feel like it's never going to be a time that we could replicate. Right now everything is just so oversaturated. Nike has to keep up in their numbers, so every year they're just dropping more and more pairs, and it's just never going to be the same. But I think as far as Travis Scott's overall impact when it comes to sneakers, he's definitely still an influential dude, but I just think that things have changed. Definitely, you know, like people are still going to check anytime Travis is rocking a new pair of sneakers. They're going to see what he's wearing on feet. They're going to want to know, but I just think that people aren't as like celebrity obsessed like how they were a few years back, where like they're going to buy anything that somebody's rocking on feet. I think nowadays when it comes to trends, a lot of the trends actually like kind of come from TikTok, I have to say. But then again, I guess the TikTok trends, you know, come from the celebrities. So it's kind of all the same effect or whatever. So when it comes to Travis's overall impact here in the world of sneakers, I think we definitely can't forget how influential he was in ushering in new trends for silhouettes, whether it be the Nike SB, whether it be the Jordan 4. Now, as far as his new models in the T-Rex and the Zoom Field Jacks, we'll have to kind of wait and see what the overall impact of those are once they drop more colorways and hopefully, make those releases a little more widely available. It'd be cool to see those on people's feet, right? But as far as these Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, it looks like a lot of these pairs have been canceled that were reportedly happening. So I think we gotta kind of look at the credibility of a lot of these leakers. I think anytime they see a sample floating around, anytime they find a new SKU on the back end of Nike servers, they're quick to hop on social media like, yo, we got a new Travis Scott Jordan 1 low, only for like months later for that release to be canceled. So I think they just got to chill. We got to wait till we get a little more substantial information before we start putting out these leaks. Again, it goes back to like those off-white Jordan 1s, but we can't just blame them, that one source, for that, because I feel like all these leakers have been caught up in the same shenanigans where they're leaking this information too early, then for us to only find out that it's been canceled. But I guess if they don't leak it, somebody else is going to leak it, and this whole cycle will just continue. But at the end of the day, a pink Travis Scott Jordan 1 low that a lot of people were checking for is no longer a thing. So hey, I guess we got more of these earth tone Travis Scotts to look forward to, as reportedly the sale pair, I guess, is supposed to be dropping coming up here in September. And then I guess we got more Jumpman T-Rexes to look forward to, and more of these Zoom Field Jacks to look forward to. So when it comes to the overall legacy and impact of Travis Scott releases, I would say nowadays, I would think that these joints aren't as hot as they used to be. When it comes to the Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, while they still are some of the most highly collectible and sought after sneaker releases, I think it's kind of like people are just chasing that high that they have from the Travis Scott releases from back in like 2018 and 2020. And honestly, these joints just ain't the same, man. It's just another earth tone release after release, and to me, they're just not that exciting. But I do want to actually put some respect on those Elkins highs, the women's exclusive release, the yellow and blue pair. While I think those got a lot of hate, I think it's unnecessary, and I actually enjoy that pair right there. I think that, taking things into a different lane with the colors and everything, it does have a cool backstory with Travis Scott's high school and all that. I think actually those are one of the most underappreciated Travis Scott releases that have dropped in the last couple of years or so. But I guess Nike will just continue to push out more of these earth tone Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, and you guys are going to eat them up. So we'll see what pairs are scheduled, which plans are going to be canceled, and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, should we just throw away the whole 2025 sneaker leaks? I mean, these joints have been canned, the off-whites have been canned. Who knows what other leaks that people are saying are supposed to be dropping next year, which reportedly are going to be canceled. So we'll see how this whole thing plays out, but just want to check in with you guys here with the breaking news here on this Sunday. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this quick little update, help support an independent creator by hitting that little like button down below. If not, it's all good. I still rock with you guys anyway. So I'm J.A. We're gonna wrap things up. I'll be back to check in with you guys tomorrow for Monday's news update. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love, salute.
So I won't tell you that.